Hey, just a follow-up from Tuesday, really good win at Irvine. Again, another true road win. We've had some great true road wins. Irvine's been, one of the, best programs in the West Coast, and anybody knows that it's hard to win there at their spot. So good win for us to be able to do that. And now it advances us to play at Tulsa on Sunday. We know Tulsa's really good. Coach Conkle has done a great job there. Was really good at Louisiana Tech. He's been really good at Tulsa. You see his name mentioned for a bunch of different jobs around the country. They've had a great year. They've won 26, 27 games. They play great style. They shoot a lot of threes. They make a lot of threes. They're a great shooting team. They get to the free throw line. They make a lot of free throws. They score over 80 a game. So we know we're going to be really, really good. Another great opportunity for us. There's only few, not a lot of teams playing even as we get to Sunday. And so, yes, our goals, we want to be in the NCAA tournament, but this is a good step for us because we're getting practices, we're getting more reps, more opportunities to play true road games, national exposure. So it's only been positive for us. And we know we got a really, big challenge on Sunday. I'm looking forward to it.
A lot of coaches have said these tournaments, NCAA tournament, springboards, no matter what happens, how far it goes. In the world of transfer portal, can you still motivate guys that way?
Yeah, you know what? I would tell you, and I'm really proud of our guys, but I've said this in establishing our culture in this year one is I want us, and it's taken some time. It just didn't come in with a snap of the fingers. It's taken time, but I want us to have great competitive excellence. Winning is more important than breathing. You can't be cool, casual, or cute. You got to have such a fight and toughness about you. And if you're an elite competitor, when you have a chance to compete and play in games, you're going to compete and play. And that's what I've wanted to establish of who we are. And what I would tell you is on Tuesdays, I thought was a great sign of our program because we came out ready to play, had great energy. We played at a high level. Yeah, we had too many turnovers on stuff, but we were locked in, ready to go. And so not everyone can say that. And so I thought that was a good sign of our program because you look at what UNLV's basketball program has been, when you look at all the success in the past, that they had way back when, a lot of it was built on toughness. And yes, to get to that point, it's got to be a toughness of no matter, if you're playing an exhibition game or a postseason game, whether there's the NCAA tournament or the NIT. And I think that's what we're trying to establish. I think the guys have got it now, which is really good. I'm proud of that. And to see it continue moving forward as we get into this offseason, hopefully that's not for the next couple of weeks. We keep on playing. But I think it sets a good tone of, okay, this is how we're doing things. I mean, I've had a lot of people, good, supporters of the program that have said, Coach, your team, I always say it's your team, but on the text message or, the email, they'll say your team dives on the floor and more floor burns we've seen here in a long time. And the way you guys fight on the floor, on the glass, and how fast you play. And so I think that's good. That's what we're trying to establish, and that's part of being an elite competitor.
Yeah, is that one of your messages to use this as a springboard?
Yeah, look, you want to. The reality of it is you want to win every time you play. I'm not thinking about like next year to springboard for next year because you don't know your team next year. Things are different. I'm more establishing, and I really believe this. We've got to have great culture, and I've said this in order of the rebuild of the program. You can't get to the third floor rooftop deck laying out of the pool without having the ground floor, first floor, second floor to get there. And I think this is what we're trying to get to is that concrete, those first and second floors to establish that baseline of that. And that's important for us. And so, look, I hope we can keep our core group back when our year's finished. But there's going to be some things that are out of my control on that. And but regardless, they know that if you're coming here, this is how we're going to do things. And I think that's been what we've tried to establish to this point of okay, this is what I'm about. This is how we're going to do it. I believe in alignment. And I think that message has got across, and it's been shown by how the guys have continued to play, especially the second half of the season and into this, just like on Tuesday and everything else. That's a testament to the young men and what we're trying to build.
Coach, what have you seen, the energy in this building, your guys' excitement to keep playing this
Yeah,
game?
we had a great practice today. Guys are ready to go, and Howie's still a little banged up with his ankle because and again, to your point, like he turned his ankle on Tuesday and it got swollen, and he wanted to come back in and play. Not everyone might not want to do that. They might have wanted to sat out, and he wanted to come back and play, and it's still swollen a little bit, so we obviously had to hold him today. But I think that talks about our culture of what we're trying to get to, so people appreciate that, especially here locally for the Rebel Nation. They want to see guys, as I talked about, floor burns, dive on the floor, playing above the rim, second and third effort, and I think that's what we've tried to establish. And I've said it, I've gotten a lot of messages, people, we haven't seen the floor burns and like that in a long time here, the multiple times of the second and third efforts and things, so that's important to what we want, and that's my personality. To me, that's more important than scheme and strategy. Those things become secondary. And so our energy in practice today was good, and guys are good, and they're excited to go play on Sunday. And we know it's a tough challenge. It's going to be another true road game, but we've been pretty good on the road this year. So give us a great chance to see if we can continue to build on that.
What do you think of the diamond and one they threw at you, and how Dre reacted, or maybe more importantly, how the other guys reacted?
Yeah, I mean, they threw the diamond and one, as you mentioned. Andre Irvine did. Which teams are going to do. Just you look at him, he's coming into the NIT as a leading scorer of anyone in the NIT. He's a leading scorer in the Mountain West Conference, which is, if you look at the rankings, it's the sixth best conference in the entire country. So you're pretty good when you're putting those type of numbers, and the efficiency. And so they did a nice job with things, but other guys made some other plays. We had a little stretch where we got a little bit. And we prepared for it. We had practiced for that because we had seen it in the previous films. They had done that in another guy or two, so we had practiced it. And so it wasn't new to us when they did it. What happened was we maybe had a possession or two, we got a little bit out of sorts, but then we kind of settled back in, got the ball a lot to the high post of Kamani, and we made big threes, big shots, and it worked itself out.
How about the way Kamani played with force? Once he saw Evans blocking some shots, he just decided, hey, let's go and slam it. Steve,
I've said this. The reason we won the game was because he stayed in the game. The only time I took him out was in the first half, that first 8 minutes after the first, he was a little winded and got him out for a second. And other than that, he never take him out for a foul issue. And he was just at a really high level. And we are a better team when he plays over 30 minutes a game. I mean, it's just the reality of it. We have a real shot of winning games when he's staying in the game. And I know it doesn't seem like it, but he's really improved his defense. He just came in here at a different, his habits, and he's, he's a senior. And so we've had to really grind and boil out some of those habits. It's just taken a little bit, and he's actually improved on it. And he wants to keep playing, and he was great. And the way he started the game for us, and that starting five gave us a great lift. And to my point, I thought that was a good testament of showing that, guys are ready to play. They understand the culture here, what we're trying to get to, and with a bigger picture in mind down the road.
Where are you on Isaac in terms of being a building block for the program, keeping him around, and also what did he do in that game to kind of show you, again, he can be a really good scorer?
Yeah, Steve Isaac's, again, he's a freshman, averaging, I think, double-digit points for the year, or close to it, around that range. He's played a lot of minutes for a freshman. That not every freshman, if you're not, unless you're, going to be a top top lottery pick or first round pick, not a lot of freshmen play those type of minutes. So he's gotten great experience. I think Isaac's going to be a really good player. I think he's got a lot of toughness. I think he's had some freshman moments where he hasn't played well, and that's just part of being a freshman. I also think he's been a really high level. He had some big threes in that game. He's had some big games. Obviously, I would like to keep him as part of our core group. But the interesting dynamic of it all is, I want to keep him without question. It's not even a debate. It's just, sometimes things are out of our control. We haven't had any of these conversations yet because we want to keep on playing. But when the season's complete, and hopefully that's after, if we're fortunate enough to win the NIT, after that's all done, there'll have to be decisions made on both parties. And that's just the new world that we're all in, that it's an interesting dynamic. And I don't think sometimes, because again, people can say things when you're, hey, this money, that money, but in the end, it might not be like that, and so we got to, someone could say someone else could say, hey, we could offer you this or that, but it's not reality when it gets to it, as we know, because there could be a lot of rumors, gossip, this or that. So when I meet with our guys, hey, here's kind of where we're at. How do we come to a meeting in the middle there, and let's see if we can make it work. And so I hope we have them back. I hope we have a bunch of guys back. But no matter what, to establish what we want to do in our culture, how we want to play, and what we're trying to accomplish as our group, and as we move this program forward, I think people can see it. They can sure hear it from me, and I hope they can see it on the floor and what we've been to this point.
Coach, were you guys enticed at all to play in the Crown here in Vegas, or was it all focused on the NIT?
No, I think we had gotten the call first from the NIT, and that just, I shouldn't say the call. We didn't get a call. We saw the bracket at 6:30 when it came out. So, and that was what we were doing. So that was that. Wasn't even a debate on any of that. And I know the Crown's a good tournament too. The Crown's got good teams. They do a great job. It's here in Vegas. Again, I hope in the future, we want to be in the NCAA tournament, obviously, but I do know the NIT, the Crown, they're both really good events, and they're postseason play, and you have opportunities. Obviously, the NIT, just the history. I mean, the NIT was here before the NCAA tournament, back in the day. I mean, it was the thing, as you guys know, so we're really excited about being part of it and very honored to be part of the NIT. Okay, thanks everybody.
Okay. Tyrin, what can you say about the energy in this building, the excitement from your guys?
Just getting ready for practice and just getting ready to go out there, Just a quick turnaround. We play Sunday, so we'll just get our minds right, get our defensive minds right, offensive mind right. Just going into the game happy, knowing that we have a great chance to go far in this NIT.
What did you bring in the second half, just that edge you brought at UC Irvine?
Just trying to bring the energy, it was a long game, that's UC Irvine's a great team, so we're just trying to bring the energy, For me, I was trying to get rebounds, get blocks, get my motor going, then offense was just taking care of itself, so I had to get the defense start going.
What can you say about this coaching staff, the development of you and Isaac? What credit do you give to your coaches?
I give everything to the coaches, they helped me. I came in here, just a little kid out of high school. I didn't really know what was going on, so they led me the right way, and then it's me and Isaac, we just pushing every day in the weight room, pushing every day in the gym, making ourselves better, and then just it shows on the court, coming out, big moments, close games, hitting threes, me blocking shots. It's just amazing what coach can do for a young player like us.
What pride do you have being a Las Vegas native, representing UNLV in the postseason?
Great pride, I wish we could have made it further in the conference tournament, but just being able to have the opportunity to go to NIT is great for us and for Vegas, just to show that we still got it in this city.
Yeah. What defensive fight do you want to see the entire game at Tulsa?
Just us pushing. Let's say we get hit on the screen hard. Just next play mentality. Just staying in front of the ball, rebounding, blocking shots. Just everything that we usually do, just to get our mindset going on defense, and then offense will take care of itself.
When you thought the season was over, before you heard, and then you heard, what was your first reaction that you wanted to play?
I was pretty excited about hearing us being able to play it again, because the way that Utah State beat us, a little unfortunate. So just getting a couple extra games after the tournament is just great for us to just develop as a team.
Tyrin, where have you gotten better, and what credit do you give coaches for certain areas where you've gotten better?
I think I got better, stronger. Beginning of the season, you guys can see me getting bumped everywhere. I think the coaches really emphasizing playing off 2 feet is great for me, because I'm so tall, so my center of gravity is a little different than everybody else. So me just getting low to the ground, playing off 2 feet, I feel like my game has grown in that aspect a lot.
What's your goal in the offseason in terms of that? You want to put on weight? Just get stronger?
Of course, just putting on weight, and then just staying in the gym, living in the gym, getting 1,000 free throws a day, shooting threes, just getting my motor going for that aspect of the game.
So 1,000 free throws?
Yeah, my goal is 1,000 free throws, yes sir. Just if I see the ball go in, that's all it needs.
What'd you say to guys after this last game where you missed a couple down the stretch and picked you up?
I'm just trying to keep the guys all composed, because a game like that it's up and down. So I'm just trying to keep everybody in the same group, Just miss a couple free throws, it's fine. The game's still gonna go, so I can't be worried about the last play.
Tyrin, being a Las Vegas native, what's it been like this year playing for UNLV?
It's been great, Not everybody gets to have great facilities like this, just being able to play in front of people that you love. It's just, me growing up watching the UNLV games, it's great to come back and be able to play in the same gym that I watch people playing.
Adam Silver wants an NBA team here. What are your thoughts on that?
That's great. I think it's a great thing. You know, we got the Oakland A's now, so you know, just building Vegas up. I think that's a great thing.
Tyrin, what goes into your decision to stick around? Who's kind of the brain trust? Who do you surround yourself with in terms of deciding what the future is?
I haven't really thought about it much right now. You know, we're still in season, so I'm just trying to win all these games I can and then just have God take over my future.
Do you have someone to kind of insulate you if people are reaching out to you?
I just let my mom handle it. You know, I've been close to my mom all my life, so I just let my mom take all the phone calls.
And what she told you so far?
She hasn't really told me much. She just wants me to focus on the season right now. So she kind of keeps me playing basketball and then everything else on the outside.
Tyrin, given that you're a great shot blocker and you went against the nation's leader in shot blocking in your last game, does
Yes,
that
sir.
bring anything extra towards you defensively, or are you just training against any other?
I knew UC Irvine had the number one shot blocker in the country, but you know that doesn't throw my game off. You know, I'm still going to go in there and be who I am, just block shots, play defense, dunk the ball, get my team hyped. You know, I'm just playing the same. You know.
What do you think of Kamani? He had one dunk where he got called for an offensive. What do you think about him down the stretch?
Kamani down the stretch, you know, just unstoppable. It's just like it's like a freight train. You know, when he's going, you can't really stop him. So you know, when he gets going, he's making threes, he's getting big blocks, getting big dunks, making free throws down the stretch. You know, he's playing his hardest.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.